But Raz girl, I just want to point out that the Chiefs just won a Super Bowl with a right tackle at left tackle. So yes, I do see that being a possibility. Just wanted to point that out.
That's a very good point. I've described Orlando Brown a lot of ways. That wasn't it, but okay, you're not wrong. Which wide receiver beside Travis Kelce will have the most yards and TDs? I will say it this way. I don't think it's the same person. I think Darius Toney scores the most TDs that aren't to Travis Kelce in terms of passing reception TDs. And I think MVS right now still stands to have the most yardage because his come in chunks.
I'm with you. I think he's going to lead at them in yards. I think he's going to have a close to 1,000-yard season personally. I think he can, especially if some of those deep touchdowns that he should have had last year go his way this year. He's going to be kind of on everyone's page, a little bit of usage dictation as well. I think I also, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and say Jody Fortson leads them in touchdowns. That is not Travis Kelce. I want to go. I want that to be it. So, and my apologies, Raz Grizz. I apologize. I read it really quickly. I didn't mean to mispronounce it. So that's my fault.
Okay. I don't. Oh, now I see. Okay, I didn't follow that part. Hey, yeah, okay. Hey, I've misread things way worse than that. So, Raz, we're rolling. We got you. Sorry, buddy.
We'll just stick with Raz. That time I won't screw it up in the future.
See, everyone asks me, Ryan, why don't you say anyone's actual name? I'm like, because if I shorten it, I can't screw it up. Yeah. That's really the way that my life works. So I have to protect myself from myself. Just like some of these questions are going to do. Steve, can a great quarterback and a great running back coexist in the same backfield? Or do you have to give one up for the other? I will say it was easier in years past, but I still think it can be done.
2018, Patrick Mahomes, Kareem Hunt were on the same team, thriving. He had nearly 1,000 yards before he got cut from the team. He had 9 reception touchdowns, by the way. 9. Yeah. So, yes, I think it is possible, but it's all about finding that. They already had Kareem Hunt on the roster when they drafted Patrick Mahomes, which helps. It helps. Actually, no, they drafted them the same year. Would had to, but yes, because his rookie season was Patrick's rookie season, or am I just misremembering?
Patrick's second season, I believe.
No, he was already on the team. He already had his 1,000+ yard season before Patrick took over.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and look now.
I'm pretty sure he was a rookie. I'm pretty sure they were drafted the same year.
All right, I'll go check. I'll go check while you're talking. That's fine.
Yeah, no. So I do think you can do that. It's all about having it fit. They thought that Clyde was going to be that guy. That's why I drafted him in the first round. That didn't work out. Sometimes you get lucky with the 3rd round draft pick in Kareem Hunt, which they did, and it lands and you work. So, yes, I do think you can still have a great quarterback and a great running back on the same team. It's a little bit harder because the way that money works. Even though running backs don't get paid a lot, you typically don't want to pay a quarterback and pay a running back. So you have to kind of draft both of them and hope it works out.
And you were right. I don't know why I didn't know this. I'm a little foggy here from the weekend at the lake, I got to tell you.
It's not your fault. It's because Patrick had a year to rest, and that kind of throws everyone off. And Kareem Hunt came in and was supposed to be the backup, ended up being the starter with Alex Smith. I think that's probably why it just kind of rotated that way.
Thanks for covering, buddy.
No, you're welcome.
Say I'm dumb. It's all right.
I don't think it's disingenuous.
Jeremy, other than the big 3, Pat Trav and Chris Jones and the specialists, what player having a big injury would be most detrimental to this team?
That's a very good question, Jeremy.
It's Nick Bolton for me. It's pretty clear because as much as they want to screw around, play weird fronts, move dudes to different positions on the front line, Nick's got to get them all lined up. He's the mic for a reason. He's a leader from that standpoint. I know he's not the most vocal dude, but he is a leader that they rely on. I think that would cause some issues.
I won't go the same page just because I do agree with him, but I think that Creed Humphrey would be a very large detrimental loss to that offensive line. He's been such a fantastic communicator, and Patrick doesn't really have to do a ton by himself in terms of setting protections for the offensive line because Creed's so good at doing it himself. And that experience, even with a guy who's been on the team for a while, and Austin Ryder, if he ends up being the backup, it's just not the same. Austin's not the same, close to the same player. And you don't really want that in the situation that they're in.